Hello everyone, happy Sunday. I hope you've all had a great weekend so far. So I didn't actually get on to do a collective reading yesterday. I had every intention of doing so as my daughter was going to a pool party in the afternoon. So I thought, right, I've got some time. And then I ended up staying at said pool party and having way too many Prosecco's. So yesterday was just a write-off basically. So here I am today. I'm doing a collective reading. I'm then going to also do a twin flame channeling. So you're really in for it today. What do we have here? Tower. Oh, guys, quickly, before I get started, if you would like to watch my readings in full, you can do so over on my YouTube channel. Okay, it's completely free to go to my YouTube and watch my readings on there. Just head to my TikTok profile. Under my picture, you'll see a YouTube tab. Click that and it'll take you directly to my channel. Okay, now if you're feeling extra super lovely today, please consider hitting that subscribe button for me, as it really does help my channel's growth. Okay, what do we have here? Ooh, okay. I'm glad I come on to do a collective and didn't go straight into the twin flame one. We have a tower, we have a judgment, and we have a hanged man. So literally, the first three cards we have out here are all major arcanas, right? We have a four of pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Let's try and pick this apart. So the tower is obviously some kind of shocking news, something that happens or seems to happen out of nowhere. This is perhaps a beginning of something new, a rebuilding of some kind of situation, whether that is a relationship, a friendship, or what have you. Something is about to drastically change. Now, again, it's either that or some kind of shocking news that comes in to completely change someone's perception or even perspective on a situation, okay? We have a judgment card here in the middle. Now, judgment card for me, yes, it's a judgment call, right? It's a decision being made. But I always see this, well, even more so recently, I should say, because I've been reading for quite some time now. But I see this more of a judgment from the universe, okay? So we'll see what this actually entails as I go a bit further in, okay? Hanged man. Energy feeling stagnant, something being the same for quite some time. When I see the Hanged Man, I think of that film Groundhog Day. Every day is the same, okay? Somebody has been in a very stagnant energy, but whilst in that energy, they have been able to gain a brand new perspective on things, okay? What does this entail? Let's see. Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles being an energy of stubbornness. Being a little bit anxious to give, perhaps clinging on for dear life as to what we currently have. So this could be somebody who is potentially being pushed by the universe to begin a new cycle, but they're like, oh dear God, this is really scary. So they're like kind of holding on to what they know at that point, right? Okay, we have the Eight of Swords. Give me two more, please. There's that Four of Pentacles again. Give me one more. Okay, we've got two. We have a Five of Cups and we have a Six of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we do have a Seven of Wands also. Okay, so Eight of Swords being an energy of somebody feeling quite stuck, somebody who is overcome with their emotions, okay? Now, when I see the Eight of Swords, this is somebody who's not really able to really think or feel through their emotions, right? This is somebody who can be quite unstable emotionally. I think probably perhaps as to the reason for that is perhaps what they've been going through, right? Again, the Four of Pentacles, that energy of, oh, I just don't know, I'm really scared. Five of Cups, okay. From what I'm gathering here, it is as though somebody is literally on the premise of starting something brand new. And I don't think this is in regards to either a brand new way of doing things, a brand new perspective, or a complete change up in their life, right? Because whilst they're in that energy of being quite scared and anxious and not being really willing to, look further or beyond from what they currently already know, there is a great deal of grief, there's a great deal of sorrow, there's a great deal of heartbreak, okay? Somebody is in that energy of almost knowing that something needs to change, feeling a little bit scared too, but also knowing that if things don't change, I'm forever going to be in this Five of Cups energy, which isn't a nice energy. It's sad, it's misery, it's grief, it's sorrow, it's all the things, right? All the terrible things. We have the Six of Wands, so Somebody feels as though this is something that is going to be successful for them. Seven of Wands, there is defensive energy around this. Now, I'm going to go in, as always, and just clarify all of these messages here to see if we can get a deeper meaning, because at the moment, this is looking kind of juicy. I kind of like this energy that's out here at the moment. So, tell me more about this Tower for the collective, please. What does this entail? We have a Queen of Wands. We have the Three of Swords. Oh, we've got lots. 10 of Swords, 5 of Swords. Okay. Now again, this has come out to clarify this Tower energy. Right, what do we have? We have got somebody here who has suffered a great deal of heartbreak, a great deal of betrayal, a great deal of just brutality, I think. I think this is somebody who has been let down quite a lot in the past, which in turn caused them to be quite defensive. Okay, we have a very defensive energy. Now, we also have a Queen of Wands that's shown up here, okay? Now, I'm not feeling as though this is the Queen of Wands energy. So we'll see if you know, who else wants to come out here on the table so that we can actually, you know, see who the main character is in this storyline. But there's been a great deal of heartbreak surrounding a Queen of Wands. The Ten of Swords, sorry, being very kind of final. Something came to a brutal ending here. Somebody feeling down and out, feeling very, you know, very pitiful for themselves. I mean, this is linking quite nicely here with this energy down here. So I would be inclined to say this is also the person's energy who has been dealing with this Queen of Wands. Tell me more about this Judgment card, please. Because obviously with the Tower being there, it does seem as though something is about to change. 6 of Swords. Give me one more. Okay. 9 of Swords. So it does seem as though, remember I said about the Judgment card, I'm reading that now more so recently as the universe deciding, do you know what, enough is enough. Perhaps this is somebody who, like I said, has been through a great deal of heartbreak, a great deal of betrayal, but they're in that energy of feeling really sad, really down and out, really pitiful, really, you know, there's a lot of sorrow when it comes to the 5 of Cups. And I feel as though the universe is stepping in and saying, enough is enough. Like, we don't want to see that anymore. Like, you deserve to be happy. You deserve happiness. So I do feel as though this person is having some kind of spiritual guidance, whether they are aware of it or not, to kind of guide them out of that frame of mind or that way of being, right? Because that's what I get here with the 6 of Swords energy. The 6 of Swords is coming away from some really troublesome times. This is somebody who, like I said, there's a lot of swords here. And with swords in tarot, that's more about, you know, you're thinking things through, perhaps thinking over things that you've done in the past, things you may have said in the past, things you could have done differently, right? We've all been there. When we're in that frame of mind where we're feeling really low within ourselves, we overthink everything. Like up until this point here, even going back to like 10, 20 years ago, right? We overthink everything. There is a lot of swords here. We have 3 of Swords, 10 of Swords, 5 of Swords, 6 of Swords, and a 9 of Swords. Do you see what I'm trying to say here? The 9 of Swords being that energy of somebody's been losing a lot of sleep, really overthinking things that have happened in the past here. Okay, now again, I'm linking this to a Queen of Wands. I'm not specifically saying the Queen of Wands is the bad person here, but it's something about the Queen of Wands which has almost got blah, 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 flipping heck. Maybe I need to slow down when I'm talking. Maybe I just talk too fast. The Queen of Wands, has almost struck this lightning bolt into the Tower. And I'm inclined to feel as though something this Queen of Wands has either done or said has really changed someone's way of viewing something, or someone's perception on something, or someone's view of a situation. Perhaps it has caused this person to really go within and have some kind of, you know, awakening themselves to really think, you know, do I want to spend the rest of my life here in this Swords energy? Do you see what I'm trying to say here? I will ask about this Queen of Wands. We'll find out about that Queen of Wands. But yeah, I'm going off a bit on one, and I. The 9 of Swords is sleepless nights, it's insomnia, it's stress, thinking. Like I said, a hell of a lot of swords out here. Tell me more about this Hanged Man, please. Tell me more about. Thank you. Right, Seven of Wands in reverse. Give me one more, please. Five of Pentacles, okay. We had the Death and Rebirth at the bottom of the deck. So, like I said, the energy that I was initially feeling right at the beginning of this reading is just that. Somebody is about to have a complete death of the ego and completely shake things up in their life, and they're about to begin a brand new cycle, a brand new journey in their life, right? They're coming out of that sword energy, that energy of constantly overthinking, that energy of constantly blaming themselves for things, like I said, they either did or didn't do in the past. This energy, I feel as though this person almost sat there for quite some time in believing that I deserve to be in this Five of Cups energy. You know, I deserve to be sad. I deserve to be miserable and to not be happy because of things I've done in the past, or things I've said in the past, right? Or the wrongs I've done. This is somebody who really is or is trying to hold themselves accountable, but it's almost as if I hold myself accountable for all of this stuff, I'm admitting to myself that I've done some really, really awful things, and that's difficult, right? This is somebody who has had years upon years upon years of programming to believe that they are in a certain way, or that they don't deserve to be happy, or again, just that because of the mistakes they've made in the past, they don't deserve happiness. The universe is stepping in and saying, you do deserve to be happy. You've paid, you know, your due. You've suffered enough. Don't you think it's time for you to be happy? That's the energy I'm getting here with this reading. I always say this, the last few readings I've done have been quite profound. Like, they've been quite deep and personal, I want to say. So these few readings I've done may not resonate with a lot of people, but it's going to hit somebody, and it's really going to help somebody. So I'm glad it's coming out. Right, Hanged Man, we have the Five of Pentacles and we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. Okay. Is this perhaps linked to this Queen of Wands? Because down here we reach a feminine energy. We reach somebody, a feminine, who has been stuck in thoughts also. This person spent a long time in this energy, this Five of Cups energy. Now, the Five of Pentacles usually gives off the energy and the idea of that somebody has been left out in the cold, somebody has been abandoned, right? To be honest, I think this person completely abandoned themselves. This person completely abandoned what it is that they truly believed in. This person completely abandoned what it is that they truly want and desire in their own life. They just abandoned self. It was almost as if I admit defeat, and I'm just gonna lay here and feel sorry for myself, and, you know, yeah, I deserve all this pain because I'm not a nice human being, right? And there's almost grace coming from the universe to say you've done some bad things, but you don't have to stay in this way forever. You know, they abandoned themselves. The Seven of Wands being in reverse is almost as if this person had no fight. They had no fight left to give. The Seven of Wands upright obviously being quite a defensive energy, so being able to really stick up for yourself, right? If you're in a disagreement or an argument, you're sticking up for yourself, right? You're telling or you're giving your side of the story, you're giving your opinion, and you're saying it with chest, right? This is what I believe, this is what I'm saying. I don't care what anybody else says, thinks, what your opinion is. I respect your opinion. I don't believe it. I don't have to believe it, right? This person gave up that aspect or that side to them. So it's almost like, oh, free for all. Anyone can say what they want. Anyone can do what they want. I'm just going to lay here, let you all do your thing, right? They completely lost hope. Completely lost hope. Now, again, what has this got to do with the Queen of Wands? Is the Queen of Wands this Nine of Swords? Tell me more about this Nine of Swords, please. Four of Swords. Give me one more. Okay. Knight of Pentacles, and then we have the World at the bottom of the deck, which again is that brand new cycle waiting to begin. So Nine of Swords is being clarified here by the Four of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. It does seem as though perhaps this person, I'm going to say is a masculine, because it's we see quite a lot of masculine energy here on the table, but more so when we reach this point of the story, because this is the masculine showing up with some kind of offering of some kind. Okay, it could be a peace offering, it could be more of a You know, I want to reconnect with you, whether that is on a more friendlier level, a romantic level, what have you. This is an offering of some kind as to let's reestablish some kind of connection here, right? Nine of Swords. I think perhaps there is a Queen of Wands within this masculine's life. Now, Queen of Wands, as they show up, is a feminine energy, right? The Queen of Wands is somebody who's quite fiery but passionate. Passionate about what they believe in, passionate about perhaps what they do, if that is job-wise, their beliefs, what have you, right? The Queen of Wands isn't afraid to stick up for themselves, or to really speak with, you know, speak with chest and really, like, you know, I don't care what people think. I don't care what people say. The Queen of Wands is also, if you're going to act like a dick, I'm going to tell you you're a dick, right? I'm going to hold you accountable. You're messing with the wrong queen if you think that you can treat me like shit or behave like a clown and expect me not to say anything about that behaviour, right? That's the Queen of Wands energy. I love the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is also somebody who has been through a great deal themselves, because we see the sunflower here, and the sunflower is all about growth, right? The Queen of Wands is also somebody highly intuitive, with the black cat being here in the illustration as well. Okay, so it's almost as if this masculine met this Queen of Wands, and the tower was hit. The lightning bolts hit that tower almost instantly the moment they met this Queen of Wands, and since then they have been questioning their every part of their being since meeting this Queen of Wands. Okay, now again, this energy of a lot of swords being here, Seven of Wands in reverse. I'm giving up the fight. I've abandoned myself. I abandoned myself a long time ago. I don't believe in myself, right? I think this Queen of Wands has almost made them, or given them some kind of hope or fire within their tummies, as to say, do you know what, maybe I've got that, you know, a tiny little bit of fight left in me. Maybe I can do it, right? And again, it's because of something the Queen of Wands has done, the Queen of Wands has said. It could even just be how the Queen of Wands is, right? The Queen of Wands can be quite inspiring, considering that they've been through a lot of turmoil. They're still showing up as the Queen of Wands, very confident, very independent. Queen of Wands, passionate, also very beautiful, radiates femininity, right? So I feel as though the masculine met this feminine, couldn't quite get themselves out of that self-pity energy, spent a lot of time in solitude here with the Four of Swords. Again, more swords, more thinking. With the swords, it's more thinking, less action, right? We don't want to see that. We can see swords and then we can see action, but we don't see that with all the swords, right? So very down and out, very much, I'm just going to lay here, and I've given up the fight a long time ago anyway, right? The Nine of Swords. I think this feminine probably really tried to help guide this masculine, or as if to say, look, I've been through really difficult times myself. I can perhaps help you, right? There's an energy here, like I said, with the Knight of Pentacles coming from the masculine, almost some kind of peace offering, or some kind of let's reestablish a connection. So again, coming out of that energy of there's no point, I completely give up, to having a tiny little bit of hope within themselves, right? Right, the Four of Pentacles is being clarified here by the Knight of Swords and the Four of Cups. Oh, Four of Pentacles again, okay. This masculine really has trouble in making a decision, okay? Because the Four of Pentacles has come out twice. The Four of Pentacles has come out to clarify the Four of Pentacles, which is like major energy, right? They're really scared. They're really anxious, really on edge. They're terrified of coming out from this energy because, again, change is scary. Holding yourself accountable is scary, right? Moving towards happiness after a very long time of feeling down and out, feeling very sad, is terrifying, like I said, because changes will be made. Changes have to be made. And change is scary to a lot of people, but this person in particular is absolutely petrified of change. They're safe where they are, right? I'm safe here. I know what's what. I know who's who. I'm happy with that. But they're actually not happy. And we can see that here with the Five of Cups energy. Now, on top of the Knight of Pentacles, which is that peace offering, let's reestablish a connection, we have a Knight of Swords. Two very different energies, one being the slow moving energy and this one being very fast moving. So there is a sense of them, you know, wanting to come forward to speak on some kind of truth, wanting to rush in to give some kind of clarity on a situation. But again, they're almost held back by their own selves. Okay, there is a fear here of perhaps being rejected. I just feel with this person, because they already have such a low self-esteem, they have a very low view of themselves, they're almost scared to really put themselves out there or really get themselves involved in a romantic connection, because they fear that eventually perhaps the other person will leave them because they're not good enough or they haven't got enough to give. I mean, this is all in this person's head, but it definitely is a huge thing for them. Right? A huge thing that shouldn't be overlooked. This person really does suffer with low self-confidence and low self-esteem. Again, there's a Queen of Wands here, though, that's almost made them curious or made them think, actually, maybe I can do this, right? Five of Cups. Tell me more about this Five of Cups, please. Love is wanted to come out there, but I'm not gonna take it, because it didn't fly out, and I like it when they fly out. But it could be that the connection in which they share with this Queen of Wands, they feel is quite spiritual or almost fated, right? Yeah, Five of Cups is being clarified by the Four of Wands in reverse and the Nine of Wands in reverse. Okay, they know that in order to find happiness, they need to get themselves out of this down and out energy. They have to. In order to, I think, perhaps move on. I think this person does crave a deeper connection with somebody. They do crave that, but again, there's that fear around it, right? But they know in order to even come close to achieving that kind of relationship or connection with somebody, they have to get themselves out of this Five of Cups miserable energy. They just have to. Nine of Wands in reverse. Again, they're not quite ready yet. They're not quite ready to speak up yet. There's an energy, I think, of almost gaining strength or gaining courage to make certain changes, right? Six of Wands is being clarified by the Two of Wands. Give me one more, please. Five of Cups in reverse. Okay. So, I mean, that is a good way to end this person's this is almost like their way of thinking, right? Yeah, they've been overthinking. They've almost put themselves into that place where it's like, I deserve all of the unhappiness in the world because I'm just an awful person, right? Universe is saying, you're not staying here any longer. We're going to help you. We're going to push you forward. Okay. Here comes this Queen of Wands. The universe brings a Queen of Wands into this masculine's life to help awaken them, right? To help them see things from a different perspective, to help them understand that, yeah, you know, none of us are perfect. We make mistakes. It doesn't mean we have to punish ourselves for the rest of our lives and not live a life because of that, right? Again, this energy of, I don't think this masculine really put as much as they possibly should have or could have into this connection with the Queen of Wands. Now realizing that the Queen of Wands is someone helping them or wants to help guide them out of this miserable energy, wanting to re-establish some kind of connection with the Queen of Wands. Okay, wanting to come in scared, anxiety, stressed, but also kicking themselves because they know if I have any chance at being happy, I have to get myself out of this frame of mind. Now, the ending to their overall energy here is the Six of Wands, which is a very successful energy. We have the Five of Cups again, but it's in reverse. So the ending of that miserable kind of frame of mind, that self-misery, that self-imposed imprisonment of, I deserve to be here because I'm an awful person, right? Two of Wands, yeah. After some time, because obviously at the moment they're feeling quite anxious, after some time and really thinking about what they, how they want their future to look, I do feel them coming forward. I do feel them being successful in coming out of that energy, okay? Now, I want to ask more about this Queen of Wands and see if we can get some kind of timeline also on this masculine coming forward to this Queen of Wands. This Queen of Wands is clearly somebody quite special to them or special in their life, I think. Like I said, it's almost fated that this Queen of Wands enter this masculine's life to spark that awakening, right? Oh no, my coffee. I need to drink my coffee. Hold on. Okay, right. Who is this Queen of Wands to this masculine? Oh, flipping heck. Oh my god, it's Queen of Wands. Let me just pick it up. Queen of Wands. Who's the Queen of Wands to this masculine? It is the Queen of Wands. Fantastic. Thank you. Welcome to my TED Talk. That will be it. Who is this feminine to this masculine? Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Well, I kind of already knew that, but let me just clarify. And then I'll tell you what I see and feel. Tell me more about this, the Three of Swords, please. The World, yeah. Tell me more about this Queen of Wands, please. Ooh. Okay, Seven of Pentacles, the Fool, Magician. And tell me more about this Ace of Pentacles, please. Page of Swords. Okay, right. So kind of the same kind of messages that I got before. Who is this Queen of Wands? The Queen of Wands is somebody that the universe has brought into this masculine's life after they have suffered a great deal of heartbreak, a great deal of betrayal. This is very brutal, painful energy, okay? This masculine really has been through the mill, especially when it comes to romantic partnerships, okay? Again, what I was saying before, the universe has almost stepped in and manipulated things, situations, placements, whatever, but in a positive way, not in a malicious or negative kind of way. Whatever's happened here, the way in which this connection or this story within the connection has unfolded has almost been orchestrated by the universe, because what's come from that is actual awakenings. It's people looking at things from a brand new perspective. It's somebody shaking up their life completely and again embarking on something brand new here, okay? The Queen of Wands to this masculine, Seven of Pentacles, the Fool and the Magician. So it's really interesting because I do feel as though this masculine actually manifested this Queen of Wands into their life, which is strange to say, isn't it? Because the Queen of Wands arrived and they were like, oh, hell no, I'm running in the opposite direction, right? But again, that's because it's very fear-based. It's very 3D, very ego, right? They manifested this Queen of Wands. They have been looking for somebody who embodies the qualities of the Queen of Wands for quite some time. It's almost as if they kind of gave up hope, not only for themselves and their own life, but also gave up hope in ever finding somebody who embodied the characteristics of the Queen of Wands, right? The Queen of Wands is acting as a little bit of a lighthouse, or not a little bit, quite a big lighthouse for this masculine to help guide them forward, right? They manifested the Queen of Wands because there's something about this masculine with the Seven of Pentacles being here. It was almost very much like they would almost fill their time with very mundane tasks, or would work a lot, work overtime, work during the holidays, work late, whatever, to avoid thinking or feeling, right? And they've reached a point now where it's almost as if that just isn't working anymore. They used to be able to throw themselves into work and, doing mundane things, mundane tasks. And I think it used to help them stop thinking about how life could be, or wishing I could meet somebody like this, or wishing my life was like that, right? But since meeting this Queen of Wands, it's not working anymore. It's not working. Because there's that constant kind of glimpse of hope of maybe I can do this. And again, the Queen of Wands is acting like a lighthouse for this masculine. Remember, the Queen of Wands just literally radiates femininity, which is all about feelings, emotions, right? Following your heart rather than following what your head is telling you. Because ego will step in, especially when you're about to embark on something brand new and it is a little bit scary. Your ego will step in and say, don't do that. That's not safe. Stay here. You're safer here. Your heart may be telling you, but on the other side of that fear is a beautiful brand new life for me. And I really am curious and really want to embark on that brand new life. So there is that kind of fight between ego and spirit, really. Ego is very 3D. It's the work 9 to 5. It's the mundane tasks. It's the people who are asleep, right? The more spiritual side of life is, I can do anything that I set my mind to. I can achieve anything that I want. I can come out of all these difficulties because I have faith. You may not be religious, but you may have faith in the sense of, I know that the universe, is there to support me. They want me to be happy. They want me to live a more positive life, right? They manifested this Queen of Wands for a brand new start. The Magician here. This masculine is very powerful. Whether or not they know that, this is actually a masculine who is able to actually manifest pretty easily. But they're not going to be able to do that if they're in that 5 of Cups energy. Because again, as I always say, if you're vibrating at such a low level, it's not happening. It just isn't happening. You have to be vibrating much higher. Happiness, kindness, love, constantly, consistently to be able to manifest. Ace of Pentacles is being clarified by the Page of Swords. It's almost as if what I'm getting here is this Queen of Wands, when they enter this masculine's life, with the Ace of Wands being here, it's almost as if, the Queen of Wands is like, come on. Like teasing the masculine, like, I have it all. It's here in my hand. All you have to do is take it, And this masculine was almost like taking 2 steps towards the Queen, taking 4 steps back. Oh, actually, I would quite like to explore this. Gets really close to the Queen and then legs at 10 meters, right? But always constantly being curious about it, always constantly been daydreaming about it, because the Page of Swords is a very daydreaming energy. They could also have been keeping an eye on the Queen of Wands, okay? Again, I just want to make it clear, I'm not saying you have a stalker. Nobody's outside your house. Well, I hope they're not outside your house with binoculars watching you get undressed. This is, for me, anyway, as a reader, the social media card. Everyone has, well, most people have social media these days. A lot of people have their profiles public. It is a bit of a window into somebody's life, right? So there's always been this curiosity around the Queen of Wands, even during times of perhaps no communication, separation. Perhaps the people in the storyline have not been in communication for quite some time, but the masculine's always been curious about the feminine, curious about what they're up to, or are they dating? Are they happy? Are they not? Right? It's that curiosity again of, I really want to explore that side of my life, but I'm absolutely terrified. Okay, so really quickly before I finish, and I will be going on to do my twin flame channeling, so definitely stick around if that's something you're interested in. I'm just going to ask, what is the overall outcome here for this masculine? We did see them eventually coming out of that energy of feeling fearful of coming forward, but we saw them coming out of it regardless. 3 of Swords again. At the moment, they are actually, they're not ready yet. They're not ready yet. Ace of Cups in reverse. Give me one more. Knight of Wands in reverse. No, they're not ready. Queen of Wands. There's that Queen of Wands again. How long we got to wait for? Right, tell me more about this 3 of Swords, please. I'm trying to be quick. They did come out upright, so I'm going to take them upright. Tell me more about this Ace of Cups in reverse. This is the masculine, right? What's going to happen? What are they going to do? What plan are they coming up with? Ooh. Right, 3 of Swords. They're not ready yet, but that karmic wheel is starting to turn, okay? They got some WD-40. They sprayed the shit out that wheel, and the wheel has started to turn, okay? They are heading towards success. So although they are still not quite ready, they're working through it. I feel as though they still have times when they're feeling quite sad and pitiful and thinking, you know, I've been through a great deal of shit and perhaps even hurt a lot of people. But on the whole, that's becoming less and less, right? Ace of Cups is in reverse, but we do have a King of Swords clarifying it. So I almost feel as though when the time is right, when this masculine feels strong enough and courageous enough to come forward, they are going to come forward, and they are not going to leave any dots unticked or, you know, T's uncrossed, right? They're going to literally say it exactly how it is. So there's something about when they're ready, they're coming forward with some kind of truth, okay? Knight of Wands in reverse, okay. Queen of Pentacles and the Devil. Now, this masculine in particular feels so passionately towards their Queen of Wands, okay. Knight of Wands is feeling passionately towards the Queen of Wands, to the point where I think perhaps in the past they have allowed that side to how they feel about the Queen of Wands to take over and make decisions. And I think probably in turn, with the Devil being here, it's been quite toxic, right? Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, there's almost been a sense of, there's definitely a sense of this Queen of Wands not taking any crap, right? Excuse my French. Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, this is a feminine who, because the Queen of Cups hasn't come out. So I'm not saying that this feminine's cold, because obviously we see the passionate energy. We see somebody who radiates femininity and beauty and all sorts of things, right? But there's something about this feminine being so stable in themselves in terms of what, you know, their boundaries, their self-respect and whatever. I think in the past, like I said, this masculine, because they've been so drawn to the Queen of Wands, they have come in with a lot of passionate energy. And it's been quite toxic because they've almost been acting on that side of things rather than, you know, seeing the connection for what it really is and dealing with it the right way. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I think in the beginning, this masculine probably thought, well, hey, like Queen of Wands, oi, oi, like lovely feminine, beautiful, passionate, speaks up for themselves, intuitive, you know, all the good stuff. And I think perhaps they mistook the connection for lust rather than actually looking at the Queen of Wands as, wow, you've been sent into my life to completely shake things up and completely change my perspective on my whole entire life. And now I'm going to have to question every single fibre of my being. Yay! They're now seeing things from that, you know, the second perspective, right? Not saying that they're no longer attracted to the Queen of Wands, but I think as though the love they have for the Queen of Wands, the respect they have for the Queen of Wands, and also the way in which they're looking at the Queen of Wands is more of a, wow, I'm in absolute awe of you, rather than you give me a boner, right? There's no other way I can put that, I'm sorry. But yeah, guys, that was today's reading. I really enjoyed that reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Like I said, if you do enjoy my readings, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I am so close to 1,000 subscribers. It would just make me do such a happy, loud girly scream. I would really appreciate it. But yeah, guys, thank you all for being here, and I'll speak to you real soon. Take care.